Good morning from Paris.
Alright boys, how are we? Alright mate? Sharpen me, you alright?
Good, yeah.
Alright, Chris, sharpen me. Right. How you doing? You doing, pal? Guys, just for me, we'll go for a wee walk and then we'll let you do your own thing, get a bit of lunch in it, and then we'll meet up later on tonight, right? So just the big thing for me is, I can't tell you how delighted I am that I've got the Caledonian Braves here in Paris, man, my hometown, man. I used to have a flat not far from here. Blows my mind to think that we're all here for this game tomorrow, so enjoy yourselves. Obviously, win the game tomorrow, but enjoy yourselves today and tomorrow and make sure that it's a good memory that we can take away from it for the rest of our lives. Certainly I know I will. I came into Paris in 2004, so that's 21 years this summer it'll be. Feels like it was only a couple of weeks ago as well. If you were to stand in front of every object in the Louvre for 3 seconds consecutively, it would take you 3 months to see everything. There you go, there's an interesting fact for the day. What's it called, Cammy? Where are you?
Champs-Élysées.
Champs-Élysées?
Champs-Élysées.
Champs-Élysées, okay. And that goes right up to the top, and that's where you'll see the Arc de Triomphe, which is like that, but about 10 times higher, right?
You don't take them all off. Is this the bridge?
That's what they've done, aye.
Is it? Oh wow.
When you get this, you just scoop it in.
Right, okay.
But you need to twist it.
Right, okay. Is it that? Oh, there's that. It's all coming out. Can't even that. It's actually good to do that. Yeah, good. That's good.
You know, I never thought for a million years I'd be the owner of a football club. Never mind have my own football club come to Paris to play in a European tournament. It's a dream come true for me. The boys are having a great time as well so far. Really, you know, I guess really privileged as well to be part of the Phoenix Trophy, where we can bring the boys from Glasgow to Paris, one of the world's most beautiful cities, I guess, where they can experience a new culture and see what it's like here in Europe, you know. Some of the boys from Paisley eating croissants on the Champs-Élysées and having cafes in Paris. Cammy and Gretna are asking where's the Arc de Triomphe, but it's all a bit of fun and it's great, you know, and it's just testament to the Phoenix Trophy, and I guess, you know, the WeFunder campaign that was so successful that allows us to afford such opportunity to be part of this tournament and give the boys the opportunity to travel. We've already been to Hamburg, obviously today we're in Paris, and hopefully if we win tomorrow then we go to Italy, so that's unreal for a club in Division 5 in Scotland, you know, so very, very privileged and very happy to be part of this trophy.
Oh, that's a big boy.
I'm just going to...
Yeah.
That's actually the one, isn't it? You get that?
Yeah, I thought it was good.
5.
9 for me, I love it.
On a personal level, for me, it was great to have the boys and spend a bit of time with them yesterday in Paris. I even took Reg on my motorbike. He was brave enough and he came off it unscathed. But just on a personal level, just brilliant to have the boys here, spend a bit of time with them, walking about Paris, having a laugh. And some of the owners, I think some of the owners that have came over to Glasgow to watch the games and be part of it. I think they've all said the same thing, you know, just delighted to be in amongst the players and get to know Ricky and the staff, and everybody's been made to feel so welcome. And that's the big thing about the club, is to give everyone a voice, not only give them a voice, but make them really, really feel part of something, you know. And that's the feedback that we've had from anybody that's came to see the guys, is that they certainly do feel part of something. So that's all of that's really positive, and we continue to improve upon that as we get the next season as well.
Senti! Senti, Toto!
Good Cammy! Volite jebe lože, isto da znaš.
A znam, rekao mi je.
Isplati! Isplati loptu! Opa, Greg!
Dajte na mama. Sačkaj snega. Bravo! Bravo! Daj to!
A little bit mixed emotions, obviously, with the way the game ended. I think probably when we get back to Glasgow, we'll probably have a summary of it, and a lot of the memories will be, really good. Yesterday was a great day in terms of, seeing Paris and getting, I suppose the cultural element of that in, and it was good for the guys to see Paris, and then obviously into the game today. It was a big disappointment in terms of the way they ended. We were miles and miles and miles ahead of them in terms of quality.
It was a shame it finished on a low note. I thought they played well though. It's interesting to see a European competition in this context. But I think the Braves are winning quite handily.
Well, it was really nice to see you today. No relation to Johnny Guthrie, no? You
No
can't
relation at all, sadly. I mean, probably
You
somewhere
can't-
go far enough back, but I don't think either of us are Castle Guthrie key holders.
What do you want to say to the owners all over the world, the 55 different countries?
No, just everyone, well done. Well done for investing. Keep behind the team, and here's hoping for a good finish to the season. European trophy to round it off.
Come on, the Braves! Come on! Here we are, the Phoenix Trophy final here in Italy at last.
Oh, this is the last thing you need, man. Do you want the other one?
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon everyone. Welcome to Raydale Park here in Gretna for the final of the Southern Counties Cup. Just let everybody know who's watching at the moment. It is starting to rain here in Scotland. We are just still in Scotland. We're right on the border with England down here. It was 22 degrees and sunshine at my house when I left. It is about 14 degrees and looking like it's going to start raining. So hopefully we're going to be able to keep the YouTube stream going. The camera is very exposed down here at Raydale, and if it starts to rain so heavily, we may have to cut the camera feed to save Adam's equipment part of the way through. If we do that, we'll try and switch to the likes of X Spaces or some other sort of audio commentary as quickly as we can. But apart from that, I hope everybody's having a good Friday so far. It's coming up for the weekend. And nothing beat starting that with a cup final, and hopefully, from a Caledonian Braves point of view, seeing us lift another cup this season. So we're just a few minutes away from kickoff, and I can run through the lineups. And this is a cup final, and technically should be a neutral territory, but we are playing at Gretna 2008's home stadium today at Raydale Park. So I'm going to go with the Gretna team first, and going through that in numerical order. It's Jim Aitchinson, Ryan Coates, Greg McCarriger, Stuart Douglas, Jack Dickinson, Andy Orman, Liam Short, Sam Aitchinson, Ian Anderson, Dean Brotherston and Lewis Bell. On the substitutes bench for Gretna, we have Rhys Patterson, Cian Cranston, Liam Lamonby, Vinnie Parker and Alex Potts. And apologies, I missed someone from the starting lineup. Ryan Coates. I'll run through that again in a little bit for people who are tuning in. For the Caledonian Braves, starting lineup, Bernie White in goals. Across the fence, we have Robbie Stewart, Martin MacArthur, Greg Stewart, Aidan Clougherty. Moving into midfield, we have Zach Butterworth, John Guthrie, Ryan Murray and Connor McLaren. And what I imagine is playing a kind of number 10 role will be Lennon Walker and Reg McLaren leading the line. On the substitutes bench, we have Kyle King, Lewis Allen, Christian Getka, Ross McNeil, Mark Kelly, Cian Spears and Enzo Wright. As the rain starts to come down a little bit more, some very grey clouds coming in at Gretna this evening. You might be able to see now the team's just starting to make their way onto the pitch. We've got an interesting commentary position today. We are actually standing on the sideline at the opposite side of the pitch, hoping that we don't get hit by a football, and more importantly, hoping the equipment doesn't get hit by a stray football too often. So it's quite an unusual commentary position for us, as I say, being very much pitch side down here at Raydale. I'll try and use my bag to hold that down. If we can wedge it in. Still going down, haven't I? Apologies, we're just trying to rig up some sort of cover system for the laptop that's running the feed. Obviously, it's been the first time the Braves taken the pitch in anger since that fantastic afternoon in northern Italy at Lake Iso, lifting the Phoenix Trophy. It was definitely a very enjoyable weekend, and that debut European campaign ending in success for the Caledonian Braves. You're lucky you're up. And for those of you who may have seen a man in a baseball cap scampering his heart out across the pitch, that was Adam trying to get out of the way before the game started. Now Braves kicking right to left as we look at it in a traditional blue home kit, with Gretna 2008 kicking from left to right in their black and white, I think we could call that a hoops kit. And Reg McLaren going to be getting the game underway for the Caledonian Braves. Just after kick-off, I'll run through the starting 11s again for anybody who's just joining us. Ball back to Bernie White. Looking for Reg McLaren. Walker trying to find Connor McLaren. Liam Short. Back to Atkinson and goal. And that'll run right through to Bernie White. So the starting 11 for the Caledonian Braves. We have Bernie White in goals. Across defence we have Robbie Stewart, Martin MacArthur, Greg Stewart and Aidan Clougherty. In midfield we have Zach Butterworth, John Guthrie, Ryan Murray, Connor McLaren. And two up front with Lennon Walker playing just off Reg McLaren. For Gretna 2008, we have Jim Atkinson, Ryan Coates, Greg McCarriger, Stuart Douglas, Jack Dickinson, Andy Orman, Liam Short, Sam Aitchinson, Ian Anderson, Dean Brotherston, and Lewis Bell. Aitchison now in goal for Gretna. John Guthrie up challenging with Ian Anderson. As I mentioned, this is the final of the Southern Counties Cup down here in Scotland. Gretna 2008 booking their place in this game again, semi-final against Stranraer Reserves. Stranraer being a League 2 team here in Scotland. Gretna running out very comfortable winners, 10-1 in the semi-final that they played. And the Braves obviously booking their place in the final with that game against Newton Stewart just a few weeks ago at Alliance Park. So, free kick to Gretna. Now, Short in the midfield. Guthrie to Connor McLaren. Looking for that early ball through to Zach Butterworth to run onto. Zach just on his heels a little bit there. Again, John Guthrie in there with that interception. Certainly coming on to quite a strong game, John, over the last few matches. Obviously playing a key role over in Italy, but I'm saying as we come towards the end of the season as well, chipping in with a few goals that for the majority of the season had eluded him. I'm sure John would love to see a few more goals coming from himself and other midfielders. Connor McLaren there with the head, that's comfortably into Jim Aitchinson's hands. Fed forward, Jim Aitchison out to Lewis Bell on this right hand side for Gretna. He's backed up by Ryan Coates, but the ball back with Robbie Stewart now. Bit of time, get his head up. Barney looking for Zach Butterworth, but that's been cut out in the midfield. And a strong challenge by Lennon Walker, right in front of manager Ricky Waddle. There's a big hi to everyone on the stream there. I see Rob and Mark and Tim, Tracy, Kath and Brian, Josh. Glad you could all join us. I would love to say on this sunny evening here in Gretna, but it's far from it. Gretna with a free kick in a quite good position here. Right out in the touchline, going to be swung in towards Bernie White's goal. That's met by the first man, John Guthrie. And that's hooked clear. Of course, yeah, first time to see Connor McLaren playing since that spectacular volley to start off the scoring in the Phoenix Trophy final. Butterworth skips over his man and he's met by a heavy challenge. Advantage played though. John Guthrie was over up and Clockerty feeding it in towards Reg. The McLaren effect here. And Connor picking up that. Murray now. Just looking for a run in behind, but nobody was there. Then Braves midfield will be looking for Lennon Walker to make those runs past Reg McLaren. He'll look to come for those flick-ons, look to try and bring the ball down and get people into the game. So we'll be looking to Lenny as much as possible, be that attacking threat. Oh, by Guthrie, McLaren. That's met by the head of MacArthur. Then McLaren. Conor McLaren feeling there's a bit of a late challenge by Andy Orman there. Andy Orman, the central midfielder for Gretna, was part of the official catch-ups team of the season and voted for by the fans of the Lowland League. That's a quick switch out towards Butterworth. Zach's got that under control. He's cutting inside on his left foot. So for a throw into the Braves on the right hand side as we look at it. Ryan Murray long throw, looking at that near post. That's a flick on by Reg McLaren. And Connor now. A bit of a foot race. Lovely ball down the side towards Lewis Bell. Lewis Bell's not giving up the chase. Bernie White's there. Oh, clean take by Bernie White. Lovely take. Bernie shrugging his shoulders at Lewis Bell, but to be honest, I don't think the forward made too much of that. It was just. Reg battling away. McLaren against Stuart Douglas. I'm sure that looks like it's going to heat up as the game goes on. Two physical looking lads, not shy of a challenge. MacArthur now looking for a bit of movement. Murray. Looks like we have Robbie Stewart playing in the centre defence. I thought Martin MacArthur might line up in there next to Greg Stewart, but Robbie Stewart, our regular left back, has moved into that left-hand centre-back position with Martin MacArthur playing on the left back here for the Braves. Oh. Apologies if you're suffering a wee bit of buffering or that. We've just got an error message up saying that YouTube is maybe not receiving enough quality to keep a smooth stream. Murray in the midfield. We've got an error. Conor McLaren feeds that in towards his brother. Tries to get a little touch on that. That's well defended though by Stuart Douglas. As was suggesting, there's a potentially quite a lengthy battle warming up between McLaren and Douglas. And that ball's in. That's punched clear by Atkinson. That's towards Lewis Bell, but Guthrie is there. Butterworth. To Clockerty. Conor McLaren in space down this left-hand side looking for the ball. And I know that because I'm standing next to him, because of where our position is today. And Greg Stewart, there we go, in front of the... just offside. Now that's exactly the movement that I was talking about earlier, that we're looking to see with Lennon Walker making that run, that slightly deeper run from Reg, and Reg just looking to feed that ball in between the defenders. Centre midfielders looking as well to use Reg as a distraction to let Lennon run through. Aitchison now. So apologies if there's an ongoing issue with the quality of the stream. We are in quite a rural area, maybe not with the best internet connections, to be honest. And that's out for a goal kick to Braves.
No scoreboard. There's no scoreboard, but they got it up now.
Oh, okay. Looking for a long kick here by Bernie White. At Bernie's left-hand side. And that'll be out for a throw into the Braves. MacArthur, he's found Conor McLaren. Robbie Stewart over to Greg. Stretches those legs out of that centre defence position. Clockery looking for Butterworth. Again, Zach was absolutely instrumental in that Phoenix Trophy, those two games back to back. The runs that he was making and the pressure that he was putting on his opposing defender, really key against both Bresham and FC Manchester United, or FC United of Manchester. I do apologise. Get a row off a Swampy for getting that one round the wrong way. Murray now. And that's cleared for a corner kick to the Braves. Not quite got the same aerial threat on Ryan Murray's long throws with no Dan Martins, no Jack McDowell. Would usually give us that effort. Conor McLaren now lifts that in. Oh, and the goalkeeper missed that, but I was off the line there by his covering defender. Reg was looking at the back post, but it was just past him. Now Ryan's over to take this, and that'll be loaded back into the box. Again, just see if we can put Jim Aitchison under any pressure. That's cleared by Gretna. Got MacArthur and Clockery back for the Braves. Guthrie trying to find Lennon Walker down that right wing. And a little tap on the ankles from Lennon Walker, and he's penalised for that. So that'll be a free kick to Gretna. Aitchison. Greg Stewart tidying that up at the back for the Braves. Opportunity now. I think Gretna might have a long throw themselves, judging by the stance and the posture here. And in that comes, it is indeed. And that's flicked on by Conor. That'll be out for a corner kick to Gretna. So Gretna coming into this game and having this run in the Southern Counties Cup after a little bit of a disappointing season for them, finishing 15th in the Lowland League with 33 points. not having the most prolific season in front of goal either, just scoring the 39 goals all season. And as we know, the Braves having quite a stellar year. Imagine they secured that third place finish, and I'll mention it again because I enjoy mentioning it. Again, picking up that European trophy, the Phoenix Trophy. Butterworth now. An early throw out from Bernie White. Butterworth down this right hand side. Checks. He's passed his man with ease. Butterworth toward the byline. Oh, and that's nobody running in there. I'm sure Zach will have been expecting our teammates have been bursting along to get up there. Was a nice ball in across, but unfortunately nobody there from a Braves point of view to tap that in. But again, Zach just continuing that form that we've seen from him for the last few weeks, gliding past his defender with ease and getting that ball right across the box. Looking for Anderson. Is Ian Anderson there, the number 9 for Gretna, leading goal scorer this season, I believe. Certainly danger man from their point of view. Butterworth tussling with 2 Gretna players. Anderson. He's caught John Guthrie there with his follow through. Reg McLaren though. It's Guthrie over to Money. Money to McLaren. And there goes Mark MacArthur in the overlap. MacArthur, plenty of space. Looking to lift that in left footed towards the back post. Oh, Walker jumping, but Butterworth's there. Deflected. And that's out for a corner. Shouts for a handball from the Braves players. I'm bouncing up and down because I'm frozen. I haven't brought a jacket or anything. As I say, it was lovely and sunny and very warm when I left my house up in the central belt or the Fife area. This corner's flooded towards the near post. Guthrie lifting that back in. Greg Stewart's going to be called offside possibly. No, yeah, there we go. It was a late fly from the assistant, but ball back now with Aitchison and goal. Douglas, immediate pressure from Reg McLaren. Great work by Reg McLaren up front. Not giving Stuart Douglas a second to get his head up and play that ball. Definitely a jewel to keep an eye on throughout the game, I think. Gretna setting up with I suppose what is nowadays traditional split centre halves, but then the goalkeeper ignoring them and going long towards Ian Anderson. Just to see Robbie Stewart playing centre half is a position I believe he kind of was brought up as. So, since he came to the Braves, he's moved into that left back position. So I'm sure he's feeling more than comfortable taking up that mantle today. It might be the Solway first, just over there. It's good for the skin. Ball back now with Jim Aitchison in goals. Flicked on by Lewis Bell though, but straight to Robbie Stewart. Guthrie. Clockery out in that right back position today for the Braves. See quite early on Ryan Murray trying to get on the ball as much as he possibly can, try to dictate play a little bit. You can see what he's trying there. He's just not got the angle right to get out to Mark MacArthur. Douglas now. Gretna looking to work it out from their goal kick. And the ball now going forward to Ian Anderson. Guthrie to Murray. Murray. Now Robbie looking for that ball out to Butterworth. That's a lovely crossfield ball by Robbie Stewart. Butterworth standing his man up and goes past him with these, clips that in. Oh, Conor McLaren had gone right in deep to the far post. And that'll be out for a corner kick. Conor gambling right in at the back post there. That ball in, deflected. Just came about 4 or 5 yards out from the goal line. And Reg get a touch on that, and it's into the back of the net. The McLaren effect in full flow. Conor McLaren with a corner into his brother Reg with a deft touch on it, just guiding that into the far corner. 1-0 to the Braves. And once again, we can thank Hunter Eval for the McLaren effect. I am 100% stealing for this now. Nice set play movement there by the Caledonian Braves to take the lead. Bit of an inquest going on from Vinnie Parker on the bench there. And no managers like to lose a goal from a set piece. Aitchison now playing in a kind of sweeper position. Reg McLaren penalised there, just been a wee bit too physical. Butterworth working backs with Guthrie. Murray again in that midfield position, looking for the ball as much as possible. Lovely left over, Reg McLaren. Can he get a touch onto it? Just couldn't get the ball under his spell there. Just wouldn't sit down enough for him to get a toe onto it. Another positive move by the Braves. I have to say again, a lot of credit to Robbie Stewart for that crossfield pass to Zach Butterworth. Kind of helped set up that attacking movement for the Braves' first goal. Got a young group of Gretna fans in the stand away behind the goal that Gretna are defending at this point, and I've got a good sing-song on the go, but I'm not entirely sure what they're singing. Anderson. Now the overlap, but he's turned back into the centre midfield, and now he's got it out towards Coates, and Coates is offside. And they're right back there, demanding the centre half get that ball, centre forward, demanding the centre forward get that ball out to him earlier. He had acres of space to run into. Unfortunately for him, his centre forward Anderson decided to turn back into traffic. Greg Shear now to Guthrie. Patient work by the Braves. The front three always looking at trying to get on the shoulder of that last defender though. Give the defenders and the centre midfielders that option for the ball over the top. Clockery now. He's needing a bit better movement. Conor McLaren provide him with some. John Guthrie taking a tumble there under well, we'll be generous and say a little bit of pressure. Oh, that was a referee giving that in the way of Gretna. Jimmy Aitchison again taking up this really high position. As I say, playing as almost like a kind of sweeper. A short Butterworth there, and Guthrie double teaming on short out there on that right hand side. John Guthrie picking up the foul. So for anyone who's listening that maybe doesn't know Gretna, the town, very well, it's a place that's famous for pretty much one thing, and that is for young people eloping to get married. Historically, Gretna known as a place that was quite flexible with its laws around marriage, and young people who didn't have their parents' permission used to elope here from all different parts of the country, down in England and all various bits and bobs. So we're kind of very famous blacksmith shop is where it used to happen. It's still an active thing at the moment. In fact, I drove past on the way to the ground there a short while ago, and there were some people out taking photographs and some tourists looking to get their picture taken underneath the blacksmith's sign. So very active. That certainly goes back a long time. That's a great ball through for Lennon Walker. Lennon trying to get past one, does. He's got the keeper a beat. I think he's overrun that. No, he's still got hold of it, and he's tried to poke that through. Lennon, he's taken that little bit of indecision about a finish. He's tried to go around the keeper, and he's just got crowded out. But that was exactly the move that we were talking about earlier, with Reg McLaren just dropping in, taking control of that ball, Lennon making that run past him, and Reg finding him with that lovely little through ball. Certainly looks like that's going to be an outlet for the Braves. We all know how good Reg is at getting that ball under control, and he can find a pass when he sees the man making the run. But yeah, it was Gretna, the town, as it were, kind of sprung up around about the First World War. There was a very large munitions factory built here because of its position in terms of transport and access. And at the time, it was, I think, meant to be the largest munitions warehouse factory in the world. And that's 1-1, Bernie! Bernie White fumbles that to the back post, and the Gretna player is just there to tap that in. But loose handling there from the Braves goalkeeper. And Gretna just sneaking that in at the back post. Nobody on him. I think it might have been Ian Anderson. Arriving there just to tap that ball home after a bit of mishandling from the Braves goalkeeper. So all square again here at Raydale Park, 1-1. I think Ian Anderson there cancelling out Reg McLaren's opener for the Braves. MacArthur and Bell tussling there. And that'll be out for a goal kick to Gretna. Sorry, a throw in to Gretna. But as I was saying, in terms of Gretna, the town itself, so yeah, this munitions factory was built, and then they suddenly realised that the position off it might have been a good spot for transport, but it was actually not the best place for any sort of workers or that to actually get to. So they planned and designed a town around this munitions factory to house all the workers that it would take to supply those munitions. As we've got Guthrie going down the left-hand side, tries to get that ball into the box, but it's cleared to McLaren, who lifts it in. Butterworth. Oh, it just doesn't. Stewart out to Conor McLaren. McLaren looking to go past his man again. He does it with the right footed. But unfortunately, that hits the defender and that's out for a throw in. Maybe we see Ryan Murray take this long. Indeed, here comes Ryan over. Murray now, he's got Reg McLaren at the front post. And he's not going to make that throw in, didn't have the legs, unfortunately, for Ryan. Let's see what Adam's touch is like. Oh, not bad, Adam. As Adam passes the ball back. Robbie Stewart now. To Greg Stewart. Oh, lovely ball again. Oh, it's just skidded off of the surface there.
Don't call me all night for nothing. Don't call me all night for nothing.
So finally poised game, 1-1 here. I'm trying not to walk in front of the camera. I do apologise. I'm moving around. Yep, finally poised game 1-1. Raydale Park not being the happiest of hunting grounds for the Braves over the piece. Certainly even just last season, come down here and it was a 1-1 draw and a horrid December afternoon. If memory serves, it was quite a bad storm that day. Murray now. McLaren. I don't know. I don't think he'll thank Ryan Murray for that ball back to him. And the Orman with Lewis Bell. Back to Orman. Orman looking to get across. And that's out for a corner kick to Gretna.
Got that. Hopefully that's not recorded. My pal just watches the live streams and just sends me like pictures of me.
Yep, our roving photographer is quite often managing to get himself in front of the camera today, so you'll see him quite a bit on YouTube. Maybe not quite the tempo from the Braves that we saw over in Italy today.
Not getting the tempo that these guys are doing.
I'm sure Ricky will be wanting to see an increase in tempo, a bit sharper passing from the Caledonian Braves going forward. And MacArthur again looking for some movement. Everybody's quite static in front of him. Conor McLaren just trying to touch that on. Cleared comfortably. Good. Quick switch out towards Butterworth. Got a 3. That's out to MacArthur here on this left hand side. McLaren telling Conor McLaren now. And again in towards Reg, but that's too far in front of his brother. Again, the thought was right. Just a little bit too much on that ball. I don't know who looks colder. There's 3 of us down here. None of us have jackets or anything. And got Ewan on the camera, who is rubbing his hands like a madman trying to get a bit of heat back into them. I'm bouncing up and down, and Adam was curled up in a little ball at the side of me. You see it, Lennon Walker and Reg McLaren just swap positions for a little bit now. With Lennon trying to, I'd say lead the line, but I think it's more a case of actually just trying to constantly be in the shoulder of that last defender, looking for those balls either from Reg or from deeper, just over the top, as Gretna hold quite a high line. Obviously Lennon, the quicker of the two forwards. There's Reg, and he's got it through. There's Walker. Lennon Walker, if he stays on his feet, he is indeed. Lennon Walker bearing down on goal. Oh, and I think the keeper maybe got a touch on that. No, okay. The assistant is saying there's no touch. That certainly looked like it was a save. And obviously, Jim Atkinson will be keeping his mouth shut about that one. There's times you claim it and times you don't, and that's definitely one of the times you do not claim for. Yeah. Aye, definitely. Yeah. We're looking at photographic evidence.
It's over there, so yeah.
Yeah, we might not have an instant replay, but we've got a couple of stills that Adam was taking, and it definitely came off the Gretna keeper.
Yeah.
But it's the joys of football. These things either go for you or they don't. Put down as a good save by the keeper though, one-on-one with Lennon Walker. Guthrie now, and they're battling. He's been brought down by Ordham. We're going to see a card here. A referee having it. Yeah, it is indeed. There's a few challenges by the Gretna midfielder. In fact, that wasn't Orham that got booked. I'm just trying to see the number. Guthrie. Braves looking to come back to build again. You got Mar MacArthur making a run over the top, and he's been flagged offside. Douglas and Reg McLaren coming together in the middle of the goal anyway. Just a wee bit split second too early in his run there, Martin MacArthur. It's been a while since I've heard a do what did he do song. I didn't even know those young lads would know that. Orman. Anderson. That was Dean Brotherston out on that left hand side. That's ran out for a goal kick to Bernie White though. Murray just flicking that on. That's one for Reg to chase with Stuart Douglas. And Jim Atkinson has put that into somebody's garden. Goalkeeper getting under that clearance. I'm not sure we have another ball. There we go. That's not one that we can get back for them. Murray loading that in, looking for a flick. There's the flick. Oh! Almost a reversal there of the McLaren brothers. Just went underneath Connor's foot though. Coming together there in midfield. Ian Anderson coming off the worst of that.
The message just changes, is 39.
No, that's good.
Have a look. Can I see it?
Free flowed into the box by Sam Aitchison. Mark MacArthur clearing his lines. Butterworth now, he's down on this left hand side with 2 for company, and he's right between the two of them. Butterworth, the 2 defenders just managing to nick that off of Zach's toes. Such a shame that Zach had such a lengthy time out of the game with the injuries this season, and we're only really beginning to see what Zach can do. That'll be it out for Braves throwing. We'll see Ryan Money come for this and up. That's fed through Conor McLaren. McLaren now looking for that right footed shot. And another shout for a handball, but nothing given from the referee. So 1-1 here at Raydale Park with that goal from Reg McLaren off of a Conor McLaren corner, put the Braves ahead, and then a bit of mishandling from the Braves goalkeeper, popped out of his hands and went in the back post. I believe it was Ian Anderson for Gretna to get that leveller from very close range. Brotherton now. He's won his team a throw in out there on the far side. Now we do know, and we saw earlier, Gretna do have a long throw in their armoury as well. See us heading towards Bernie's goal. This time met by Aidan Cloughy.
Come on, the Braves! Come on! Here we are, the Phoenix Trophy final here in Italy at last. Come on, the Braves! Come on! Here we are, the Phoenix Trophy final here in Italy at last.
Good morning from Paris.
Alright boys, how are we? Alright mate? Sharpen man, you alright? Good, yeah. Alright, Chris, sharpen mate. Right. How you doing? Pal? Guys, just for me, we'll go for a wee walk and then we'll let you do your own thing, get a bit of lunch and that, and then we'll meet up later on tonight, right? So just the big thing for me is, I can't tell you how delighted I am that I've got the Caledonian Braves here in Paris, man, my hometown, man. I used to have a flat not far from here. Blows my mind to think that we're all here for this game tomorrow, so enjoy yourselves. Obviously, win the game tomorrow, but enjoy yourselves today and tomorrow and make sure that it's a good memory that we can take away from it for the rest of our lives. Certainly I know I will. I came into Paris in 2004, so that's 21 years this summer it'll be. Feels like it was only a couple of weeks ago. So if you were to stand in front of every object in the Louvre for 3 seconds consecutively, it would take you 3 months to see everything. There you go, there's an interesting fact for the day. What's it called, Cammy? Where are you?
Champs-Élysées.
Champs-Élysées?
Champs-Élysées.
Champs-Élysées, okay. And that goes right up to the top, and that's where you'll see the Arc de Triomphe, which is like that, but about 10 times higher, right?
No, take them all off. Is this the bridge?
That's what they've done, aye.
Is it? Oh wow.
When you get this, you just scoop it in.
Right, okay.
But you need to twist it.
Right, okay. Is it that? Oh, there's that. It's all coming out. Time that. That's a good thing, man. Yeah, good.
You know, I never thought for a million years I'd be the owner of a football club. Never mind have my own football club come to Paris to play in a European tournament. It's a dream come true for me. The boys are having a great time as well so far. Really, you know, I guess really privileged as well to be part of the Phoenix Trophy, where we can bring the boys from Glasgow to Paris, one of the world's most beautiful cities, I guess, where they can experience a new culture and see what it's like here in Europe. You know, some of the boys from Paisley eating croissants on the Champs-Élysées and having cafes in Paris. Cammy and Brendan are asking where's the Arc de Triomphe. but it's all a bit of fun and it's great, you know, and it's just testament to the Phoenix Trophy, and I guess, you know, the WeFunder campaign that was so successful that allows us to afford such opportunity to be part of this tournament and give the boys the opportunity to travel. We've already been to Hamburg, obviously today we're in Paris, and hopefully if we win tomorrow then we go to Italy, so that's unreal for a club in Division 5 in Scotland, you know, so very, very privileged and very happy to be part of this trophy.
Oh, that's our big boy.
I'm just going to...
Yeah.
That's actually the one, isn't it? You get that?
Yeah, I thought it was good. 5, 8, 9 for me, I love it.
On a personal level, for me, it was great to have the boys and spend a bit of time with them yesterday in Paris. I even took Reg on my motorbike. He was brave enough and he came off it unscathed. But just on a personal level, just brilliant to have the boys here, spend a bit of time with them, walking about Paris, having a laugh. And some of the owners, I think some of the owners that have came over to Glasgow to watch the games and be part of it. I think they've all said the same thing, you know, just delighted to be in amongst the players and get to know Ricky and the staff, and everybody's been made to feel so welcome, and that's the big thing about the club, is to give everyone a voice, not only give them a voice but make them really, really feel part of something, you know. And that's the feedback that we've had from anybody that's came to see the guys is that they certainly do feel part of something. So that's all of that's really positive, and we continue to improve upon that as we get the next season as well.
Come on. Give it a right shoulder. Good Cammy. Volite jebe lože, ispod je znaš. Ali znam, rekao mi je. Isplati! Isplati loptu! Opa, Greg! Peki numan madem? Saçka snada. Bravo! Bravo! Daj to! A little bit mixed emotions, obviously, with the way the game ended. I think probably when we get back to Glasgow, we'll probably have a summary of it, and a lot of the memories will be, you know, really good. Yesterday was a great day in terms of, you know, seeing Paris and getting, you know, I suppose the cultural element of that in, and it was good for the guys to see Paris, and then obviously into the game today. It was a big disappointment in terms of the way they ended. We were miles and miles and miles ahead of them in terms of quality.
It was a shame it finished on a low note. I thought they played well though. You know, it's interesting to see a European competition in this context. But I think, listen, the Braves are winning quite handily.
But it was really nice to see you today. No relation to Johnny Guthrie, no? You
no
can't
relation at all, sadly. I mean, probably
you
somewhere go far enough back, but I don't think either of us are Castle Guthrie key holders.
Did you want to say to the owners all over the world, the 55 different countries?
No, just everyone, well done. Well done for investing. Keep behind the team, and here's hoping for a good finish to the season. European trophy to round it off.
The Braves, come on! Here we are, the Phoenix Trophy final here in Italy at last.
Good morning from Paris.
Alright boys, how are we? Alright mate? Sharpen me, you alright?
Good, yeah.
Alright, Chris, sharpen me. Right. How you doing? Pal? Guys, just for me, we'll go for a wee walk and then we'll let you stay your own thing, get a bit of lunch and that, and then we'll meet up later on tonight, right? So just the big thing for me is, I can't tell you how delighted I am that I've got the Caledonian Braves here in Paris, man, my hometown, man. I used to have a flat not far from here. It blows my mind to think that we're all here for this game tomorrow, so enjoy yourselves. Obviously, win the game tomorrow, but enjoy yourselves today and tomorrow and make sure that it's a good memory that we can take away from it for the rest of our lives. Certainly I know I will. I came into Paris in 2004, so that's 21 years this summer it'll be. Feels like it was only a couple of weeks ago. So if you were to stand in front of every object in the Louvre for 3 seconds consecutively, it would take you 3 months to see everything. There you go, there's an interesting fact for the day. What's it called, Cammy? Where are you?
Champs-Élysées.
Champs-Élysées?
Champs-Élysées.
Champs-Élysées, okay. And that goes, you go right up to the top, and that's where you'll see the Arc de Triomphe, which is like that, but about 10 times higher, right?
No, take them all off. Is this the bridge?
That's what it's done, aye.
Is it? Oh wow!
When you get this, you just scoop it in.
Right, okay.
But you need to twist it.
Right, okay. Is it that? Oh, there's that. Is it all coming out? Like that. It's actually good to go. Yeah, that's good.
You know, I never thought for a million years I'd be the owner of a football club. Never mind have my own football club come to Paris to play in a European tournament. It's a dream come true for me. The boys are having a great time as well so far. Really, you know, I guess really privileged as well to be part of the Phoenix Trophy, where we can bring the boys from Glasgow to Paris, one of the world's most beautiful cities, I guess, where they can experience a new culture and see what it's like here in Europe. You know, some of the boys from Paisley eating croissants on the Champs-Élysées and having cafes in Paris. Cammy and Brendan are asking where's the Arc de Triomphe, but it's all a bit of fun and it's great, you know, and it's just testament to the Phoenix Trophy, and I guess, you know, the WeFunder campaign that was so successful that allows us to afford such opportunity to be part of this tournament and give the boys the opportunity to travel. We've already been to Hamburg, obviously today we're in Paris, and hopefully if we win tomorrow then we go to Italy, so that's unreal for a club in Division 5 in Scotland, you know, so very, very privileged and very happy to be part of this trophy.
Oh, that's our big boy.
I'm just going to...
Yeah.
That's actually not bad, isn't it? You get that in there.
Yeah, I thought it was good. 5, 8, 9 for me, I love them.
On a personal level, for me, it was great to have the boys and spend a bit of time with them yesterday in Paris. I even took Reg on my motorbike. He was brave enough and he came off it unscathed. But just on a personal level, just brilliant to have the boys here, spend a bit of time with them, walking about Paris, having a laugh. And some of the owners, I think some of the owners that have came over to Glasgow to watch the games and be part of it, I think they've all said the same thing, you know, just delighted to be in amongst the players and get to know Ricky and the staff.
And welcome back, everyone. Second half of the Southern Counties Cup final here in Raydale Park, and Gretna in the south of Scotland. As you can see, the teams are back out in the park. I'm just having a little look through, let's see if there's been any changes. So, starting the second half of the Caledonian Braves, we have Bernie Went goal, Aidan Clockerty, Greg Stewart, Robbie Stewart, Mark MacArthur, Zach Butterworth, John Guthrie, Ryan Murray, Mark Kelly, who's a first half substitute to an injury to Conor McLaren, and we have Lennon Walker and Reg McLaren up front. And as I have a look at the Gretna team, I don't think I see any substitutions, just looking at the squad numbers. So, for Gretna, we have Jim Aitchinson, Ryan Coates, Greg McCarriger, Stuart Douglas, Jack Dickinson, Andy Orme, Liam Short, Sam Aitchison, Ian H. Anderson, Dean Brotherston, Lewis Bell. Winners goal scored in the first half by Reg McLaren for the Caledonian Braves and Ian Anderson for Gretna 2008. Gretna shooting right to left as I look at it in the second half. And Lewis Bell looks like he'll be getting a game underway. Referee just checks his watch. And Jim Aitchison plays that long, looking for that threat there of Ian Anderson. Big physical number 9. Somewhat of a target man for Gretna. So an early bit of pressure here for the Braves, as we saw in the first half. Gretna do possess that long throw. Just try to see, it might be, I think Dean Brotherston that has that long throw in him. That's hooked over by Anderson. MacArthur now bringing the ball away. He's put under pressure. Finds Walker. Loose touch by Walker though. And Reg McLaren battling. Guthrie. He finds Butterworth. Butterworth on this right hand side. We know Zach can go either on that right foot or left foot of his. He finds Guthrie. Guthrie just trying to feed that in. And that's out for a corner kick to Gretna. So from facing a long throw just a few seconds ago, the Braves breaking very quickly off an attacking corner of their own. Ryan Murray on corner duties. He swings this in left footed. Can't go for that near post, but that's met ahead of a Gretna player. Ryan will have a second bite of the cherry. Just looking for Robbie Stewart there at that near post, and probably has a little flick on. Murray now. He's got near post again. He's mishit that. Butterworth at the edge of the box. Tries to take a shot on. Mark Kelly now. Towards Murray. And that ball's coming out of play. Clockery. Just taking a few extra steps there. The referee put a stop to that. Greg Stewart to Robbie. MacArthur and Kelly combining there. We've not seen too much of Mark Kelly. As I say, he was a surprise inclusion in the trip to Italy. Only got to see a few minutes of him there. But he had a Braves player in the past and a very accomplished one at that. So we get to see Mark get a bit more of a run out tonight. And Aidan will see that out comfortably for a throw into the Braves. Greg Stewart switching that out towards MacArthur, but it's wayward ball by Greg Stewart, picked up by Gretna. Lewis Bell, full-hearted challenge in there with Mark MacArthur. As the darkness begins to descend here on Raydale Park, you should be able to see the floodlights are on. Stewart's got Ian Anderson for company, as well as Dean Brosnan. Butterworth. I like Greg Stewart getting himself 3 players around him though. Ian Anderson, but Guthrie snapping in. Lennon Walker. Lenny putting pressure on the centre half there. Jack Dickinson, imagine a block that. Try to keep Gretna pinned in. Brotherson now looking for another one of those long throws to try and clear the pressure off his area. And target, I imagine, will be in Anderson here. Big number 9 up front for Gretna 2008. And he made me look a mug there by going back to his goalkeeper. Great pressure by Mark Kelly winning the throw in for the Braves. Walker now. Murray to McLaren. Reg McLaren trying to square that across towards Butterworth. That's taking a deflection and out for a corner. Now, what can the Braves muster from that left-hand side as I look at it? It's a short one. McLaren to Murray. Murray tries to lift that in. Greg Stewart picks it up. Turn from Greg Stewart. And he's looking for a left-footed shot. I think he's tried to curl that in towards that left-hand post, but he's unfortunately not got round it. Lovely turn though under pressure from Greg Stewart at the edge of the box here to make that space. Yeah, harking back to his centre midfield days. That touch and the composure under pressure. That's out towards Brotherson. Brotherson with Clockerty for company, but he looks inside. MacArthur and Clockerty. Good old tussle for the ball there, but there's a little bit of a tap on the ankles from Clockerty on a second nibble. Referee pulls him up for it. Good tussle there between the four players. So just that little second nibble that Aidan Clockerty had at the Gretna player. The referee blowing him up for that. Right on the edge of the box as well. Brotherson now. In fact, no, it's Liam Short, the right foot of Liam Short. He looked to put this in with a lot of pace. He's overhit that. You see what he wanted to do? He wanted to put that right in, just about a yard in front of Burney's line, with as much pace as he possibly could. Just to either get a Gretna player meeting it, or even a deflection off a Braves player. Such a short distance. To start the second half, and see that Reg McLaren and Lennon Walker have switched back in terms of positions. Lennon taking up that slightly deeper role, Reg leading the line. But very interchangeable, and as I say, that weapon and that outlet for the Braves in terms of Lennon Walker running past Reg, and there's that ball over Lennon Walker. He's taking it around one. Lennon Walker, and it's there at the exact time as I was saying it. Lennon Walker off of a through ball from Reg McLaren, dropping short. This time Lennon Walker gets round the goalkeeper and makes no mistake rolling it into the empty net. 2-1 to the Caledonian Braves. Lennon's threatened that on a couple of occasions, getting one-on-one with the goalkeeper. One, he was crowded out. The second one, it was a good save by the knee of the goalkeeper. And then that third one, he's managed to tuck that away. So Lennon Walker restores the lead for the Caledonian Braves in the Southern Counties Cup final. Actually feels a wee bit warmer than the second half. I don't know why. Ormond getting the game underway again. And Butterworth putting Brotherton under pressure. Referee's blown up for that. You see the number 3 here, Greg McCarriger for Gretna. Again, he was a player that made it into the official catch-up player of the season. Lad is a youngster, started his career with the Burnley Football Club down in England. Apologies for any language if you picked that up from the pitch. As I say, we're very close to the game itself. Robbie Stewart and Greg Stewart coming very close together there, but Barney White clears his lines. It's down on this right hand side for Gretna. Defeated in, but Robbie Stewart's there to cut it out. And Ryan Murray playing that long towards Lennon Walker. That's too much on it for Lennon. Greg McCarriger assessing his options. He's got Ian Anderson up here. That's well over his head, but Lewis Bell. John Guthrie getting himself in between Lewis and Lewis Bell and the ball there. And the Gretna attacker bringing him down. MacArthur. Guthrie. He's just looking to scoop that over. Reg McLaren now, he's onside. He's trying to play that across. Oh, I think Reg was going for a goal there, that far corner. And that's a very late flag coming up. And I think Jack Dickinson has just been yellow carded by the referee for a bit of dissent. So the Gretna centre half there, the tall number 5 that you see on your screen. McCarriger. Pressure from Walker. Certainly Jimmy Aitchison doesn't look too bothered about having the ball at his feet. He seems to be very comfortable. He played almost a tremendous looking kind of hitch kick volley as he was sweeping up and trying to get Brotherton down on the left hand side in the first half. It was an impressive attempt. He certainly seemed quite comfortable to have the ball there. Didn't look too bothered at the pressure from Lennon Walker. Ryan Murray now towards that near post. Picked up by Guthrie. Lifted back in, but McCarriger picks that up. And that ball is coming. Lovely touch by Ian Anderson right in front of us. Brings that ball in, trying to get his team in. And Ryan Murray sweeping up in the midfield for the Braves. That was a really delicate touch there by the big number 9. Just brought that ball under control right in front of us here. That's exactly the sort of thing that you would want to see if you're his manager in terms of playing that role. Just getting the ball down as best you can and trying to either hold it up or bring a player into the game. MacArthur under pressure, but he finds Greg Stewart. Greg going for what? Oh, a solid coming together in midfield there. But Clougherty. He's got Butterworth. Lovely ball inside Butterworth. He's cut out in the near post. There's a solid coming together in the midfield there. I think Greg will be alright. I think he's just said to the referee that he's not needing any assistance coming on. He's just trying to catch his breath back. Just Just a collision between two solid bodies in the midfield as he was stretching to keep that ball under control. Oh, who would be a referee? Having just suffered the wrath of the Gretna players 2 minutes ago for an offside call, he's being asked questions by the Braves players as well. So we'll resume play with a long throw from Ryan Murray on this right hand side as we look at it. But level with the penalty spot. That's in looking for Reg. A touch on by Reg McLaren. Back post. Oh, and Mark Kelly's lifted that over the bar with his left foot. The keeper was bearing down on him. He's tried to lift it over him, but in doing so, he's lifted that over the bar. Bit of an awkward height for Mark to get to, and the keeper was bearing down on him. Braves try to put that high press on. Oh, that's delicately lifted over Zach Butterworth's head there. Orman. Kelly picked it up from the Braves, and that's definitely a free kick. So a little bit delicate play by Gretna, kind of bringing a bit of trouble onto themselves. It's always a risk when you're trying to play it from the back. Aye. Oh, I'm just...
God. No.
I've just given Adam a heart attack because I let him down to check the laptop and he just powered himself all the way back because he thought there was an issue. We've got standing over this. We've got left foot Ryan Murray and the right foot Reg McLaren eyeing this up. Reg now. Straight into the wall. Clockery though. He didn't get it. He has Guthrie. Back to Clockery at the edge of the box. Clockery trying to weave his way through, but it's been picked up by the big centre half, Dickinson. Oh, Brotherston there has been tripped. I think that's a yellow card for Ryan Murray. Just tripping the left side of the attacker there as he was bursting through that centre circle. Jim Aitchinson, he's going to look to float this into the box, is he? He is indeed. And Mark Kelly was under that and he manages to get ahead. Lewis Bell, he's got Mark MacArthur for company. Checks back inside, that's lifted in across, and there he is again, the big number 9, Ian Anderson. From close range with the head, lovely ball into the box there from the right hand side. And Anderson, holding off the defender, was able to turn that in from close range. 2-2 is the score. Lovely bit of centre forward play from the big number 9. You can see now why he is the danger man for Gretna, and he is our top goal scorer this season. Just fought off the defence to get to that. He wanted it more. And a deft little header from close range. Game back on. So we enter the we're going to see another long throw in here from Brotherston. Or has that gone out for a corner? It's going to be a long throw. And Brotherston now. Yeah, we've got Anderson and Dickinson in there as the threats. So the big centre half taking up that near post position. Anderson at the back post. And In it comes. He's looking for a flick on. And Bernie White. He's under a bit of pressure there, but he's managed to come away with that. He's looking for an early ball up. McLaren to Kelly. Guthrie. And he's got Clockery. Butterworth with some space. So Butterworth. Clockery in the overlap. Sack going with his left foot towards that. Oh, just trying to float that in either for Lennon Walker or catch out Jim Aitchinson, sorry, in the Gretna goal. Brotherton. Douglas there. Bit late from Lennon Walker, but the referee plays on. And he's called for an infringement by Ryan Murray out on the right hand side. I'll see Liam Short's right foot taking this again. Again, you've got Dickinson and Anderson in there, giving plenty of height for Gretna to aim at. See, Liam Short can put in the quality ball that's needed. That's crossed, and that's out of play. It was Sam Aitchinson there just trying to run down the left channel and get that ball across, but I think he's predominantly right-footed, going by that cross there on his left foot. Straight out of play behind the goal. After some early positivity in the second half from the Braves, it's Gretna have had a wee bit better the last few minutes. McLaren now, and he's definitely been taken out there. Robbie Stewart making his way to that. See the trio there with Greg Stewart and Reg McLaren. And that's deep. I think that's going to go out of play. That'll be a goal kick to Jim Aitchinson. I can hear Ricky Waddle shouting from the other side of the pitch, asking the lads to get their levels up. Maybe feeling still a little bit flat. And in response, Jack Dickinson just trying to rile the Gretna players up as well. That's straight out for a throw in to the Braves. Some movement. Guthrie coming short. Greg Stewart to Robbie Stewart. So Braves look to move the ball out on that left hand side. MacArthur. Guthrie in space. He's looked for McLaren. A Walker. And McLaren's been called offside. Again, a keeper there taking a few yards while the referee's not looking. So, off the head, Aidan Clock out for a throw into Gretna. McCarrigal here. Anderson, again holding that ball up, looking for a teammate, but it's over the top for Walker to chase. And Aitchison just going with the safety first, playing that ball out. McLaren taking a quick one though. Walker can find Butterworth. Wow, a little bit of a heavy touch by Butterworth. But Ryan Murray having a shot. High, wide and handsome. From Brave's point of view, they don't need to rush it. There's still time left in the game. There's still opportunities. That high line again that Gretna are playing. Can get the right ball through. We've got the willing runners. Out to MacArthur now, on that left-hand side. A bit of time. Again, calling for an offside, but Reg has managed to keep that. Has he kept that ball in play? It certainly has. MacArthur looking to lift that in. And that's out this time. And the referee has awarded a goal kick. As I said earlier, who would be a referee?
I think after I'm finished with video, I'll become a ref.
You're going to become a ref? Fair enough. It's one of the things, you can't have the game without them, but my lord. Butterworth and McCarriga for Gretna. That's a nice ball lifted over for Burleson and Clockery chasing. I think that came off the Gretna. Sounded like it took a nick off for the Gretna player. But again, that's into the gardens behind us. We'll just be waiting for a new ball coming on. I see another Dean Brotherson long throw in, I think. Can certainly see Dickinson going at that front post again, and there's Anderson. He's right on the line there with Robbie short for company. And there goes the ball in, looking for that near post flick, and it's there. Can the Braves get that ball clear? Kelly now, and that's a late challenge on Mark Kelly, and that's taking the pressure off the Braves' goal. Okay, a bit of indecision and nervousness as that long throw came in, causing all sorts of problems. That near post flick on from Dickinson. Getting a little bit tetchy out there between the two teams, I have to admit. Yeah. Lennon Walker picked up a yellow card for dissent as well. I say tempers are getting a little bit flared by the players, not appreciating the calls that the referee is making. Neither side feeling that he's having the best of games. This is same challenge that happened in Italy as well. Yeah, just round the neck and hold him over. MacArthur now from the layoff from McLaren. MacArthur looking to feed that in towards the back post Butterworth. The ball's loose and that's cleared by Dickinson. Back with MacArthur. Floated back in towards McLaren. Reg McLaren got a touch. Oh, he's been called offside. The offside flag has come up as Lennon Walker spins away to celebrate. So unfortunately that a goal by Lennon Walker there ruled out for offside. Robbie Stewart. And you got Mark Kelly over there with Mark and MacArthur just trying to keep Lewis Bell at bay. Advantage played by the referee, and the ball ends up safely in the Braves goalkeeper's hands. Clockery now. He's looking to float that in towards Lennon Walker. Oh, Lennon almost got a touch onto that. It was a lovely ball by Aidan Clockery. Perfect weight on it. Lennon almost managing to get that touch to go around the Jim Aitchison and the Gretna goal.
Tuck in, John, now!
Clockery. And Guthrie again showing for him. And a close up of some of the players there. Aye, for Ewan. For lad, he's right behind the camera. Now, Kelly to Murray in midfield. And the ball works its way back to Bernie White. He's looking for Butterworth on this right hand side. That's a ball in between Murray and McLaren and Walker. Lennon Walker trying to put pressure on Aitchison. Murray now. Gretna. Get out onto that right hand side. Orem. Now with but Mark MacArthur's won that back and he's found Robbie Stewart. And Guthrie in a bit of space. Clockerty. Butterworth. Oh, he's managed to come out with that ball. Oh, he's just tried to go inside, but and a little turn in the midfield there. Clockery looking to switch that out towards Reg McLaren. He's got his head onto that. Oh, and the keeper's taking that nicely. Confident handling there by Aitchison and the Gretna goal. So 2-2 here in Raydale Park down in Gretna, very south of Scotland, on what is a changing of the guard weather-wise for Scotland, having enjoyed 5 weeks of no rain. That is certainly a turn-in. It's meant to turn into possible storms over the weekend with some thunder and lightning here. Greg Stewart, he's found MacArthur. MacArthur trying to get that one down the left-hand side to Kelly. It's a sliding interception by Liam Short. McLaren. Nice find Kelly. It's a loose ball though. Butterworth picks it up. Getting a shot off of that left foot. Cannons off Gretna. Reg McLaren looking to see that out for a corner, and he has done. Here comes Robbie Stewart and Greg Stewart. I see Ryan Murray. Again, we've got a little group of players at this back post with Mark Kelly, who's got a bit of height about him now, joining in. Then comes the ball. That's cleared away. Guthrie, the terrier as always. He's just been called for an infringement there on Liam Short. Just at the edge of that box. Gretna player heading back towards his own goal, but John just a little bit too tenacious for the referee's linking. We see a substitution now from Braves. And top goal scorer Ross McNeil is on. Reg McLaren is off. Reg, another good solid shift from Reg, and good to see him getting a goal into the mix as well. Murray now. ball's off Mark Kelly for a throw into Gretna. As we move into about the 78th minute in this game, finally poised at 2-2. MacArthur, and he's got Guthrie in the midfield. He's got Butterworth. Clockery looking at, I thought about the underlap, but he's gone for the overlap. Butterworth now trying to feed it in towards Lennon Walker, but there was not enough on that. And Dickinson can bring it away. Greg Stewart. And he's been dispossessed by Lewis Bell. And John Guthrie covering. It's a nice bit of play from Lewis Bell coming right across from that right wing to dispossess Greg Stewart. But John Guthrie doing his job, covering his centre half. So quite a mismatch if we're going to try and play high balls up to Lennon Walker against Dickinson. Oh, right. That was definitely a booking. It's just Aidan Clocker, he's just been side done. Tempers are getting flared even more. It's all becoming a bit silly. Some of the refereeing decisions have not helped this situation as tempers have boiled and boiled. The referee's just looking for a bit of time to speak to his assistant. Try to get the players away from him. And we're waiting just to see what the referee's decision is going to be. Both teams, both sets of players, all involved there. Referee and his assistant still in conversation here as they try and work out that melee, what it is that they're planning on doing. I can imagine I could see a yellow card coming here. Be quite surprised if it's only a yellow card, to be honest, just given the way the referees refed this game so far. John, just give it a... Again, the players just questioning everything. Best just to maybe get this game restarted and leave it alone. Let's just live with what's happened, get the game back underway. Right. Now let's hope this game can restart a wee bit more of a calm. Game's now back on the way, thankfully. Mark Kelly, the ball at the edge of the box, dances past one right for the shot, it's just over the bar. Set up quite nicely for Kelly, and he took that right-footed effort.
Doing all night here.
Yeah. So the outcome of that little melee there, and we saw Jim Atkinson get booked, Aitchison get booked, we saw John Guthrie getting booked, and I think one other Gretna player has been placed in the referee's notebook. Everybody just needs to take a breath and get the game back underway. Clock right now. towards Ross McNeil. McCarrigan lifting that ball forward. And Greg Stewart. And Ian Anderson tussling as always. Oh, and that's almost a great through ball from Ryan Murray. But loose ball to Brotherston. He's got 3 Braves players around him. Guthrie now. He's got Brotherston chasing him. Mark Kelly manages to get his body out of the way with MacArthur. MacArthur again. Kelly turns out around to McNeil, who in turn just turns around the corner. Kelly tries to get the ball across. That's intercepted by Dickinson. Lennon Walker steaming in towards that 6-yard box. Nice flowing bit of play from the Braves. Just get back to concentrating on play like that is what we need for the rest of this match. Oh, Walker. McNeil at the back post, he just couldn't get to it. McNeil now. He's got Guthrie at the edge of the box, trying to feed that in. It's been blocked. Walker trying to get a left-footed shot off. And I think that's cannoned off of the defender, but then back off Lennon Walker and out for a goal kick to Gretna. Greg Stewart. He's looking for that early ball. He's got Walker out on this left-hand side. Then Walker brings that down. McNeil running through the middle. McNeil, the ball's through. McNeil! Oh, he's been called offside. Good interception, though, by Jim Aitchinson and the goalie. He was out quick to Ross McNeil's feet. But Ross Braves forward has been called for offside. But again, a nice bit of flow and play down that left-hand side for the Braves. Flicked on by. And here comes Aitchinson out, and that's kind of sweeper position. Very calmly done with his head. Stewart and Guthrie. There's a lot of players going to ground at the moment, sliding in on these conditions. But we've got Walker down the left-hand side, looking to get it across. That's just too high for Butterworth in the middle of the goal there. A few Gretna players throwing themselves into the challenge. I would say the referee needs to keep an eye on that, but after some questionable officiating in Italy, we've maybe found ourselves a bit of officiating in Scotland as well. For both teams, might I add, that's not just from a Braves point of view. There's been some calls that Gretna have quite rightly been upset by. Clockery looking for McNeil. Brotherston. And he's got Anderson. Nice little touch by the big man. But Braves get the ball back. It's with Kelly. He's got MacArthur on that left hand side. Oh. MacArthur's dispossessed. He's fighting back for that challenge. And he's going to pick up a yellow card. He certainly is. Mark MacArthur's picked up a yellow card, much to the delight of the stadium. It's predominantly, as you can imagine, Gretna fans, given that we're playing this at Gretna's home ground. So there's been quite a bit out. You see Jim Aitchinson try and get this in towards Big Jack Dickinson and Ian Anderson here in the box. He's flowed in towards Dickinson at the back. Anderson gets a touch on that. And we got an offside decision. Brotherston running in front of the Bernie White as he was about to take that. Just looking for Ross McNeil. Ross using his body, just backing in. And he's been pulled down by Stuart Douglas for a free kick to the Braves. Lennon Walker's going to take responsibility for this one. Walker now. That's flowed in towards the back post. And Greg Stewart trying to power his way in. Kelly's trying to bring that down. Robbie Stewart gets a shot off. And that's blocked and picked up by Jim Aitchison. As we move into, I think we're at about the 80, maybe about the 89th minute, although there will be a significant bit of stoppage time, especially after the melee there a few minutes ago. Walker now. Dickinson snapping at his ankles. He's trying to get that out towards Mark MacArthur. He's managed to pick that up. Back with MacArthur now. He's got Kelly. Kelly's lost out in his tussle. And that's been overrun by the Gretna player. MacArthur now under pressure from Bell. And Bell's managed to force a throw in for Gretna. And we see this time Brotherston hasn't gone over to take a long throw, but it looks like they may have two long throw options. This might be Sam Aitchison. Looks like he's going to try and load this into the box. And he gets a good bit of distance on it. Dickinson. And he's found the bottom corner. The big centre half. Left-footed shot from the edge of the box. Down low into Barney's left-hand corner. Just trying to make sure who that goal scorer was. He's at the bottom of a very big pile for Gretna. I'm just trying to... (3-2) to Gretna now. So we move into the final few minutes of this game. Very late third goal for the Gretna 2008 team. I think that might have been Lewis Bell that hit that left-footed. I thought it was maybe Dickinson up from the back, but I think it was Lewis Bell with that goal. Murray now, oh! And Ian Anderson sliding in again. Gretna now with something to hold on to. You can see how quickly they've dropped that line back. They got a bank of 4 and a bank of 5. Looking to see out these last few minutes. That line is a good 10 yards or so further back than it was. A call for a penalty for the Braves. Nothing given. Greg Stewart picking up a yellow card now for dissent as well. We've got an issue here with the Gretna player down. Touch of cramp. We're just waiting to restart this game with a Ryan Murray long throw. Murray now sends it in. Greg Stewart trying to get a touch on it, but that's hooked away by Gretna. There's MacArthur. He tries to get that ball in, but it's blocked. Brotherston sends that up. Orman looking for a chase. MacArthur tracking him all the way back though. He's got Clockery now. That ball's for Greg Stewart now staying up front, trying to provide an outlet. Guthrie, and that's just cleared out, and that's it. The referee basically no stoppage time, considering the amount of stoppages that we had, and that is a 3-2 victory for Gretna 2008, the Southern Counties Cup. Congratulations to Gretna in terms of lifting the trophy. Fantastic strike by Lewis Bell. The last few minutes of the game giving them that 3-2 lead. And Gretna managed signing off what was a difficult season, picking up a trophy. I'm sure their fans are delighted. The young lads up behind us still singing and drumming away. As the management staff come on, congratulate their players after a hard-earned win. And our manager, Vinnie Parker, there, delighted with his players. As you can see, the celebrations down here.
Is there some kind of ceremony after?
So there will be a trophy presentation. As Vinnie Parker goes over, applauds the young lads that have been drumming and singing throughout. I'm not sure what some of the Gretna players, I think, heading over in that direction as well, just to give the young lads over there a round of applause. There's about 15, 20 of them up there. But yeah, there will be some sort of presentation. We're just waiting to see what that might be like. I don't know if people are staying with us. I know for us, we're after having the excitement over in Italy, it's quite a bitter pill to chew, to hang around and maybe watch a trophy presentation for the opposition team. But it was a hard-fought match, and Gretna had that last bit of quality there just in the final few minutes. Ricky having a chat with his team out there on the far side of the pitch. Yeah, and the rain is starting to pick up. Adam's getting a wee bit fearful for the equipment, so we are going to cut the stream. I promise it's not sour grapes, it is literally because the rain is coming down a bit more. So I just thank everybody for joining us. I hope you have a great weekend, and it's a shame we can show you another trophy left for the Braves. Thanks very much, folks.